online classrooms. Online classrooms have become very popular in today's age. Some may view it as a game changer and the beginning of something different for the school system. Although there are many cons to online teaching, there are many things that in-person teaching can do for a student. Today we'll be discussing in-person education and how it has more advantages than online learning. I've been in college for about 2 years, and I've taken about 4 online courses in a matter of 4 semesters. This personal connection to online courses has exposed me to the downside and upsides to online learning. On the other hand, I've spent my whole life face-to-face learning, as you guys can as well. Like, you guys can attest to being in school for more than 10 plus years and understand what are the upsides and the downsides of face-to-face learning. Furthermore, I've interviewed a pool of about 10 people, and you guys that are here, and I found that you guys are almost split in half, and actually this group prefers more online learning than face-to-face learning. And to give you a preview of what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about how online education does not let students retain information, and how in-person education actually regulates and implements efficient learning. Let's continue. Online education does not let a student retain information. A big thing that has happened, or that happens, and that is prevalent throughout college students is time management. Students who take online courses have a really hard time with time management, and I can attest to it to myself as I've taken multiple online classes as well. And it's actually been founded by Columbia University's Community College that students who enroll in online courses are most likely to withdraw or fail courses. And that's because college students who have to maintain their time management have to be able to regulate how much effort they actually put into online learning. If we were to put as much effort as we were in person to online learning, then we'd have individuals who wouldn't be able to control their time management. So let's continue. Along with the study of Columbia University, it also been found that 51,000 students who actually were enrolled were most likely to drop out, like I said before. And the thing is, as students and as people I've been around, there's been individuals who weren't able to control their time management and put themselves in a position to succeed. Now, when it comes to in-person learning, I personally feel that when I'm face-to-face with an individual, I'm able to be hands-on. And when I surveyed you guys as well, 75% of you were able to tell, okay, I understand face-to-face learning. And when it comes to online learning, a fourth of you were actually for it. Now, when it comes to in-person learning, there's a sort of communication that comes between students. When you're talking to someone face-to-face, you're able to tell them, okay, this is what's wrong, how can I help you? When it comes to online learning, you have individuals who may struggle with a problem, and once they have that problem, they wouldn't know how to continue on. And they wouldn't know how to continue on because they don't understand the concept at hand. And that's another big issue when it comes to, 1, understanding the topic, and 2, not having efficient time control, not having good time management. And online truly has its benefits. I mean, there's some individuals who can't go to school, and I mean that's just something that happens. I mean, there's people who want to proceed in their career and they want to do great things, but sometimes attending school is too much for them because they ever have family, they have something else to do, or you might play sports like I do. But at the same time, do you get the efficient learning as if you would face-to-face? And personally, I feel like you wouldn't. There's a lot of students who need accommodation, and in traditional face-to-face courses, some students' interests may not be there for time management. And that's a huge thing that I see. It goes back to time management, and it goes back to an individual's ability to think okay, do I need accommodation in a course? Do I need an accommodation for this class? And there's different classes that you can take. I mean, there's algebra, there's calculus, there's science courses that you can take online. But personally, I personally interacted with counselors who told me that, okay, look, it's going to be a difficult class if you take it online, because you're not going to have that help or that face-to-face connection with an instructor to be able to put yourself in a good position. And now, when it comes to online learning, I talked about focus. Another big thing for students is to be able to focus and engage in classroom activities. If an individual is having trouble focusing, then how would an individual focus on their own when they're by themselves? It's going to be difficult because, like I said, I can keep referring back to myself and to you guys who've had personal experience with online learning because one, it's easy, it's efficient, and you're able to do it wherever. Granted, those are 3 things that can really affect you if you're really trying to learn a subject. And personally, that's why I avoided taking a calculus class online. And that's why I continue to this day, continue to take in-person classes and put myself in a position where I can succeed. And it all goes back to one-on-one work. If an individual can put himself in a good position to work one-on-one with someone and be able to control their time management, then online learning can benefit you. But as the facts say, 51,000 students are more likely to fail online learning because of time management and because of an individual can't put himself in a position to accommodate themselves. Those are the 2 biggest things that right away people should put themselves in the position to realize, okay, if I'm going to take an online course, am I going to be able to have accommodation? Am I going to be able to have the time management to put myself in a position to succeed? And at the end of the day, it all boils down to what you want to do as a student and what works for you. Some students may be like, okay, I like online learning. Another student may be like, okay, I like face-to-face learning. And that's how we see, that's what I was able to see on the survey. And there's many things that you can do when it comes to the big dispute between which one is better. I mean, advocate for what you want, but at the same time realize the facts that are saying is that online learning is going to put you in a position where you may be successful, but also have the chance to put yourself in a position where you're going to have to deal with time management, you're going to have to deal with not being accommodated as fast as you would in a classroom setting. Now when it comes to a classroom setting, what you guys can do is take face-to-face classes. Face-to-face classes are going to be able to help you learn much more efficiently and put you in a position where you're going to be able to think to yourself, okay, I have an instructor right in front of me. This instructor knows what she's doing, not granted saying that an online instructor wouldn't know what she's doing, but you get the face-to-face contact, you're able to engage and able to work on problems in the classroom, in a regulated setting, with individuals around you who are able to help you. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to what you want to, what student are you? What student are you? And granted, I can sit up here and tell you guys take an in-person class, but at the same time, you guys may enjoy doing something online. But like I said, the facts say it all. If you put yourself in a good position to succeed, those who put themselves in a good position to succeed measure all the variables. And right now, time management, as a college student, you guys can attest to, is very difficult. And when it comes to accommodation, it depends on the course you're taking. It can put you in a bad position. If you don't end up taking the right course or not putting yourself in the right position to believe, okay, this is a class I can take. So let's say if I want to take chemistry, I want to take calculus. These are different things that you have to be aware of. Because there's some classes where you can take, let's say I take an English 2, that class would be much more efficient. But in English 2 class, you take it in person, then you get corrections on the spot, for example. And that's kind of how the way it works. And to wrap it up, in conclusion, it's ever since we were little, we always put ourselves in a position of face-to-face learning. Your mom didn't teach you to tie your shoe on YouTube. She probably did it for you. And at the end of the day, YouTube's not going to teach you the way your mother did.